Hello friends, this is Kevin aka K-Man1 coming at you with another episode of Sly 2 Band of Thieves. In the last episode, we used our technology to escalate the conflict between Neela and the Contessa. And in this episode, we're finally going to be making our moves for the Clockwerk eyes. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. The mission starts off with the main man, Murray.
For the castle's main gate and power down those searchlights. While you do that, Bentley and I will climb our way up to the top of the castle. Good luck.
I hope that general guy told the truth, or this is gonna get ugly. Oh yeah! The lights are down, Bentley. Time to call in the cavalry. I'll see if I can find some extra firepower to help out.
Attention, bloodthirsty mercenary forces! The castle
defenses are down. Seize this opportunity for aggressive military action by pressing an attack on the castle. Charge! For victory, for glory!
That should do it.
Now that you're done being a warmonger, feel like paragliding over to that blimp?
Just make sure to grab the rope hanging off that thing. I don't want to drown.
So, as we're paragliding, something I think is pretty cool is that the canonical explanation for why
Hold on, pal.
Sly and all of them take damage while when they fall into water is that they actually skipped the swimming lessons at the orphanage they were at because they were stealing cookies and candy. So I just think that's a really funny way of incorporating that gameplay mechanic.
The re-education tower.
But yeah, they don't know how to swim because they skipped lessons to steal stuff, which fun character development and fun gameplay explanation. All in one. 2 for the price of 1, Grandma.
What? The mercenaries have breached the castle defenses? All of you go! Defend this tower to the last man! Don't worry, my dear. I still have time to finish with your readjustment.
Let me out of here and I'll readjust your face.
Okay, partner. Looks like the Shadow Guard is out of the picture. You ready to free our violent little princess?
Affirmative. That Iron Tech 250 is a fully integrated system. Access to Carmelita's restraints has to be in this old terminal somewhere.
Alright. And as we're into a new hacking segment, I ultimately elected to not bother commentating over the last hacking segment, in spite of the fact that there was like a kind of boss character drone that we had to face. Because honestly, the big thing is shoot at enemies to destroy them. And that as a mechanic is no different, just because the enemy happens to be a handful of cannons stapled together. But I figure I might as well just go ahead and say, in regards to that, you can either, for the purpose of that enemy, you can fire at each of the cannons individually, and then once all the cannons are down, it'll just automatically die, or you can aim at the frame that's holding them all together, and if that goes, then all 3 of the cannons will die simultaneously. So there are multiple ways you can take down that particular enemy, but overall, it's not really something that was worth commentating over at the time, in my opinion at least. But I mean, technically speaking, I'm taking time to commentate over it now, so I don't know. Inconsistent, I guess, but whatever.
That should do it.
Aha! I've isolated the brain pattern. You and I are about to become the best of friends.
Okay, new best friend. Hands up, and I mean all of them.
My dear, you really should... Shadow Guard! Shadow Guard!
Come back here, you witch!
That Carmelita. Always trying to resolve her problems with a shock pistol.
She is rather truculent. Stand clear, Sly. This might have a larger blast than anticipated.
Bentley, you okay?
This is no place for an asthmatic. But I've located one of the Clockwerk eyes. Can you find the other?
No worries, chaps. It's safely in hand.
Neela?
Thanks for clearing out the Contessa. Nothing I did could pry her away from the Clockwerk eyes. One should be enough for the old bird. Ta-ta!
Bentley, take the eye and escape on the blimp. I'm going after Neela.
But the plan, this wasn't in the plan.
So as much as I hate to break the tension, as they're probably about to do more talking in a cutscene, but how did Carmelita fire at that angle? Her gun wasn't even pointed that way. What in the world? I don't get it. This game makes no sense. But for right now, we are going to be chasing Neela, and
Heads up, Bentley. You're
this
about to come under
segment
fire.
is a little bit different because she can summon those,
Stay
like,
sharp.
spiderweb trampoline thingies. And also she has a paraglider, just like you, so this is going to be a very, very different chasing segment. And also she can swing her whip at those explosive barrels to deal damage to you, something you're definitely going to want to avoid. And she goes down the well. And she's a lot more creative in how she tries to escape from you, just because this area is, in my opinion, a lot better laid out for kind of different tactical moving around stuff and things. And especially with her being able to summon trampolines that launch you up this high, just a lot more different navigation happens. But yes, we are actively chasing her because she stole one of the Clockwerk eyes, and we want both of the eyes to ourselves. And she whacks that so that the guillotine falls, but you don't even have to jump through it, so I don't understand the purpose of that. Also, something that should be noted, where is she going? I lost her. Crap. Where did she go? Well, we'll just go ahead and cut back to that point once I figure out what in the heck just happened. Alright, and we're back to where we were about a second ago, more or less. We're right before the guillotine, so I think this is as good a point as any to go ahead and jump right back in. And I think the problem that I ran into was that I jumped onto the trampoline before she did, and so weird stuff with jump physics happened. And so, yeah. But we're going to be able to avoid that this time. And I feel like the weirdest thing about these chase sequences, in Contessa's area at least, is that you can get ahead of her, but it doesn't affect the fact that you've still got to chase her. I don't get it.
You really should watch where you're going. This place is dangerous.
Don't you dare! That eye is mine! It's mine!
Actually, Mr. Cooper, the eye belongs to me.
Heads up, Bentley. You're about to come under fire. Get to the blimp's turret and stay sharp.
Okay, I can do this.
Alright, and so now we have to take down all of the biplanes flying around in the area. And they only take one shot to take down, but obviously they can deal quite a bit of damage to you if you allow them to. So you're definitely going to want to avoid that as much as possible. And this turret is really easy to control because it fires very, very quickly. And as I said, the biplanes only take one shot to take down a piece. But one thing is that the controller is supposed to like vibrate and stuff whenever you're taking damage, but it kind of does it inconsistently for this when they're just kind of like spraying bullets in every direction. So a lot of the time you'll be taking damage even when it doesn't seem like you are. So that's just something you got to be wary of, I suppose. But anyways, we are a little bit more than halfway done, and I'm taking a lot of damage here. But fortunately, I'm damaging them a lot faster than they are damaging me. So we should be in a pretty good position to go ahead and win the day on this one as soon as the other planes show their propellers. I was going to say show their faces, but this isn't like Gurren Lagann where every machine has a face. And can you please get within range?
That did it. The sky's all clear. Okay, guys, I'm heading out for our rendezvous.
Come back here, Contessa. That getaway blimp won't save you.
Merciful Hades! Sly, can you read me? Carmelita shot out the guidance system, and the blimp's descending at a decidedly unsafe rate. I'm going down! Down! Down!
That eye belongs to me, and I want it back.
No way. You think I'm crazy? Actually, on second thought, don't answer that. I really don't want your professional opinion.
Not crazy, just stupid. You're an ignorant child playing dress-up in his father's legacy. Oh, I know all about you and the Cooper clan.
Then you'll understand why this eye needs to be destroyed.
Short-sighted fool! I've no interest in your narrow interpretation of morality. I'm above all that. Above good and evil.
And you think I'd give the eye to someone that's above morality?
Enough talk, insect. It will be just as easy and more fun to pry it from your cold, dead hand.
Alright, now, enter boss fight with Contessa. This first phase, spoiler alert, there are actually 2 phases to this fight, but this first phase, she just has a handful of pretty basic attacks. She summons a bunch of spiderlings, and she has like a flurry punch that she dashes at you with, and this is all very easy and straightforward to dodge. And in the background, you can kind of hear Bentley getting assaulted by Carmelita, but that's not anything we really need to worry about right now, because that's not something we can really address at this moment in time. Also, if you do leave the battlefield, I don't know the exact, like, barrier of where exactly it is you're not allowed to leave, but you will take fall damage, which is always something you're wanting to avoid. But anyways, she's down for this round.
Enough. You've shown me the error of my ways.
I feel sorry for you. All your education and you still don't know right from wrong. Huh? Oof!
I know enough not to let my guard down around an intellectually superior opponent.
She got the eye? She's got the eye!
How's this thing work? What's this do? And this?
Guys, help! Carmelita took the eye, and she's trying to get away in one of the Contessa's tanks.
Don't worry about it, little buddy. I won't let her get away.
Alright, so now we've got to chase after Carmelita in a tank.
Keep on shelling her to stop that
And
tank.
this mission can be kind of tricky depending on kind of how you go about doing it, but the big thing is just you're going to want to fire at her whenever you have the opportunity, because if this goes on for too long, then she'll have escaped and we will have to redo the mission. Not that I know that from experience, obviously, because I'm the best in the world at this game and I never fail at any missions because, you know, I'm just so good. But yeah, this one can be kind of difficult because the tank doesn't move very quickly unless you're moving both treads at once. So
That tank's almost out of commission. Oh yeah. I'll grab the eye while Carmelita's still stuck in her tank. Then come around to pick up Bentley for a quick exit.
literally as soon as I say it's tough, I fire the shot that ends it. So I guess I'm just really, really bad.
We'll all hook up at the rendezvous for extraction.
There's nowhere left to run. We both know I can beat you in a fight. So why don't you just hand over the eye?
You're right, Cooper. In a battle of strength, you've proven yourself. But with this Clockwerk eye, I can battle in your mind.
Alright, and for the second round of the fight, I take damage literally the instant the fight starts. And so, the Contessa, if you get caught in this, you trip out like crazy, and you can still kind of control yourself, so it's not like you move around randomly, but it is a lot harder to dodge her attacks if you're in that state, so still definitely something you're going to want to avoid. And we're both at about half health right now, so this is a really close fight so far, and I really need to get better about avoiding taking damage, because apparently I'm incapable of doing that right now. Alright. And honestly, she gets like that new attack and you'd think she'd be a more difficult fight, but honestly, that attack doesn't really ever make you take any damage in my experience. But maybe it's just that I'm just genuinely that skilled at dodging while tripping out. I don't know.
You've got a strong mind, Cooper. I never would have guessed.
Things hadn't gone exactly to plan, but the Contessa was beaten and the Clockwerk eyes were finally mine. The Contessa was arrested and brought to trial for the crime she committed while working for Interpol. Their PR damage control went one step further by promoting Nila, the hero of Prague, to the rank of captain. Carmelita, still on the outs with Interpol, had to run with the rest of us. To my surprise and eternal delight, I got to help my favorite policewoman escape from the cops. I tried to put it all out of my mind. This claw business was spiraling out of control, and I knew that my gang was at the center of it. We'd be back in action soon enough, but for now, well, we just laid low for a while.